Hello Pisces, my name's Echo and thank you for joining me for your August 2025 tarot reading. As we start, I just want to wish you a happy new moon in Leo. We did just have that as I'm recording this yesterday, July 25th. Be sure to check out that video and see what area of life that's going to impact you most. Be sure to check your sun, moon, and rising sign because your rising sign is going to give you the best overall picture on how this will impact you best. We do also have a Mercury retrograde going on right now, so be sure to save down any files you're working on and double check any communications for any of the fine print, any contracts or agreements, read over those, and be wary of misspeaking, so think before you speak. Let's go ahead and continue this reading for you Pisces and see what we have coming in the month of August. What do you have for my Pisces? All right, so you start off with the Unicorn Oracle deck, the card of Healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. So you may have someone in your general spectrum right now who does need a little bit of extra attention. I'm hearing extra attention at this time in the month of August. And it's not for the matter of needing attention just to, have attention and spend time with you, Pisces. Although you're a lighthearted kind of energy. When you get kind of in your feels, you recognize that and you try to honor that by balancing out with being sure you smile, being sure that you communicate and you stay in a friendly, airy kind of energy when you can. And I really feel like there's somebody in particular who seems to enjoy that energy from you and enjoy spending time with you. Could be a really close friend, could be someone you haven't seen in a while coming back into your sphere. And you guys are reconnecting, but it seems to me that you need to remember that not only as a healer are you good for other people, Pisces, you need to be there for yourself as well. If you're going through something emotional or mental, and I'm not a doctor, I am not a professional, please seek professional help if you feel you need it. If you've been told that it would benefit you most, go ahead and take that avenue, because why not use the tools that are available to us in the world that we are living on today, if they are there. If you are hurting at this time physically, go ahead and see a medical professional and see what they have to say, because there's no need to let a little situation become something much bigger and much more difficult to address. If it is an everyday thing because of a situation you're currently going through, like if you're healing from a previous injury, if you're battling illness, or if you are, I feel like someone is feeling this physically, maybe not from an injury or an illness, but a condition. Like if you are pregnant, congratulations. If you are pregnant, be sure that you're listening to the doctor's advice on what you can take medically, because you want to stay safe, happy and healthy so you can deliver baby. But be sure that you're also giving yourself the rest that you need and you're eating properly, because you want to have those energy boosts. I have children, I have been pregnant, and I can tell you that tired, it is a thing. So if you feel the need to get some rest and replenish your energy with good healthy food and staying hydrated, please do so. If you have gifts as a healer, I feel like this is someone coming into your spectrum though. But let's go ahead and dig a little farther with the zodiac oracle I have here. It has some of the astrological figures that you find in constellations as well as members of the zodiac. But let's go ahead and read from this and see what's going on just a little bit deeper. Okay, so here you have the card of Venus. Venus is the figure of love and affection and beauty. So you're working on something beautiful at this time, my dear Pisces, and this might be the way you're healing others, the way people are coming to you because they see your light, they enjoy your light. Now, if someone is reaching in and taking a bit too much, I feel like you're already going to be on top of that, because if you have gifts as a healer, then you're aware of people who come back to you in their broken state, leave, oh, thank you very much for helping me, and then come right back because they've repeated whatever had them hurting in the first place. I feel like someone's very aware of that. I've dealt with someone like that, but I don't have Pisces in my chart. But I really feel like this is more, you're seeing where you can help people, the way you help yourself, and you're giving advice maybe based on whatever it is you do for yourself. Oh, I had trouble eating that kind of food too. Here's what I substitute it with. Or maybe you're giving advice on different kind of homeopathic medicines, maybe yoga, maybe practices that are good for people's health, things that heal them both body and spirit. But I feel like you're speaking from experience. Oh, that jumped out. You're speaking from experience when someone comes to you for advice and they're really finding that it applies and you're helping them move forward, okay? They're not just turning up like a bad penny over and over, okay? Let's go ahead and throw these cards for you, and I have the holographic Rider-Waite Tarot joining us today. I am bringing some of the decks you might notice that I haven't used in a while, and I do have a couple new ones on the table today. So let's go ahead and continue this reading, Pisces, and see what August has for you. You start off with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you are realizing your own gifts as a healer, but there may be times where there's a bit of self-doubt. Times where you kind of beat yourself up over the things you can't control and the things you can't take care of. If you are this person who's pregnant, that came up in what my guides told me, the aches, the pains, the tired, the mood swings, I've been there. And I can tell you they're all part of the process. This doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that baby is in any kind of danger. Just go to your regular checkup so the doctor can give you that reassurance, because sometimes, at least for me, it really made it feel like all the stuff I was going through was really worth it, because I was growing a healthy, happy baby, okay? But if this is somewhere in terms of, say you are a healer and this is like your job, say you have a spiritual practice, maybe even a YouTube channel like this. If it's not giving you the returns that you need, it may just mean that, like you would prescribe a medicine to someone who is ill to not just treat their symptoms, but take care of the underlying cause. I feel like you're going to address whatever the underlying cause is of why you're not getting the returns that you're looking for. I'm hearing be patient. It may be a matter of just patience. And I'm hearing, oh, Echo, I've been patient. I've been dealing with this. Don't even go there. If that is you, okay, then maybe just tweak the plans, tweak your presentation, tweak how you speak to people if it is a one-on-one sort of practice, or how you move through your own practice taking care of yourself as a healer. Make some changes where you feel the need. I feel like intuition can really guide you on this, because healers have a good hand on what's going on with individuals, and sometimes we can be a little neglectful of our own needs, but I feel like they're more attuned to what the body needs, to what the spirit needs on a personal level than just those who do not use healing gifts that are akin to them. But let's go ahead and see what's crossing you, Pisces, so we can continue this reading and dig a little bit deeper. Crossing you is the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's some hurt going on here. This is emotional. I feel like someone did come to you, not just for a physical thing, but it might be spiritual. It might be something that's like a breakup. I'm hearing breakup, like an emotional level. So there is some heartache crossing you at this time, and it may be a little bit of why me over dealing with your own symptoms and your own situation in life. But I feel like somebody is coming to you kind of like the bleeding heart. They are coming to you, and kind of when they come in, you're willing to help them, Pisces, but they may come to you with a little bit of a kind of like I don't want to say energy vampire, but when I say that, today's audience seems to know exactly what I mean, because we've all dealt with at least one person like that. But there is someone who's coming into your space, and they're kind of sucking what energy and good from you have on offer, and they may not mean to do it. But when they leave you feeling totally drained. So if you don't know anything about channeling, and this is something I think I want to make a video on, because this has come up in a few readings now. If you don't know anything about channeling, go ahead and do some research on that. Look at other YouTube artists, wait for my video, do some reading, do some research. Channeling is actually where, while you're giving energy, you're drawing from spirit as well. So by the end of whatever session, whatever you're working on, it could be Reiki, it could be meditation, it could be reading tarot, anything. You're not feeling totally drained, because that used to be me. So I know exactly what that feels like. And there are times where I still forget to channel while I'm reading for myself. I open up that channel when I read for all of you. I do a brief meditation before I begin. But when it's me, sometimes I sit down and just throw cards casually, like I'm having coffee with a friend. And by the time I'm done, I'm exhausted, which kind of counters, what coffee is really there to do, to give you that pep. But let's go ahead and continue reading, Pisces. I want to see where we're going with this. At your base, you have the Ace of Wands. You're looking to create something from the healing that you do. And like I said, this might be a healing practice, or it might be you're just embracing this as a new path to life. And you know in your gut, this is what you're meant for. You're honoring this path. And I like that, because the healer card does indicate that you're meant to be called attention to exactly that which you can do. And unicorns are very rare, which is why I love that deck, because it pulls out not just the energy of whatever is on the card, but I hear like you're a very rare individual, even amongst healers, because when you do things in a way that's so much different than other people. And it's like, people come to you, and when they leave, they're feeling good, whether they came to you specifically for healing or not. You're like a battery. But I feel like you're going to be taking action at this time. You're going to be given the absolute power to wave your staff or your wand and just, flick switch. Go swish flick, excuse me, and go ahead and create whatever it is you're looking to build from that healing practice. Maybe you're looking to start a healing practice. Maybe you're just looking to do, like I said, approach it in a new kind of way that's helps enlighten the people around you. Well, let's go ahead and continue this reading and see what else comes up. You have the Judgment card. See, yeah, the Judgment card has the individuals in these boats, and they are sitting in these boats looking to the higher power, looking to the heavens. And it does indicate that they have gone through a journey, they have gone through a rite of passage, and they have gone through a way of being, a place they've already been. And now they're looking to move higher. They're looking to escalate the way they live and do something better, but they want it to be fair and even. And I really feel like this is you. It's every man, woman, and child, as indicated on this card, is looking to take flight to go to new heights. Heights and flights. I wasn't planning that. But you're looking to put something into motion that allows you to heal not only yourself with love. Remember that Venus card is there. But you're doing so in a way that is beautiful. Venus again. And it's not just for yourself. I feel like you know that, yeah, you're going through some stuff, but you have to remember to take care of other people, okay? Like, even though you're going through the things, you're still considering other people. Maybe even your condition has you considering how people around you might feel burdened by your condition as we go forward in August. But it's not a burden. The people who love you most want to be there when you're hurting. They want to be that support system. That way, when they lean on you, they know that this is mutual and they don't get kind of that, like, imposter syndrome, you know? Crowning you is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is talking about a need to stand your ground, okay? When something feels like it's really been kicking your butt and you need to get back up and you need to function, sevens are a creative energy. Seven is about, okay, now we're stepping into going the distance. I'm going to push through. I'm going to make this happen. If it's crowning you, it tells me that whatever the cost, and I'm really seeing a pregnancy here. I don't know why. Whatever the cost, if you're going through all the stuff and you're feeling all the stuff, it's because you know something good is on the other side. It may be the treatment process for whatever you're dealing with is difficult. It might be you're just looking to be done with this. This is the state of life I'm in. I'm going to deal with it, and then I'm going to go on with things. And if it's not about a healer or a practice, it may just be about how you approach life in general. It may be restoring the things that you're passionate about and not dwelling so much on whatever it is that's got you focused towards your healing practice, got you focused towards your own health. Maybe you're making a stand for your health. You're choosing to do things a different way. The overall outcome will be the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is all about conflict and combat. I feel like the fight is over for you. You're not going to be conflicted by whatever person is coming to you to suck energy and then leave. And you're not going to be putting too much into a situation, stressing and straining and beating yourself up when you know, I got this. This is a rite of passage, like we talked about. And this is about moving into a new way of being, a new life, and a new way to approach how I do my healing on the daily. All right, so let's see what energy you're bringing to the reading here, Pisces, because these are all good cards. It really says that there's some sort of growth, setting boundaries and creating new ways of being. And that's really what spiritual growth is all about. So as the healer, I can tell you right off the bat, you are already working on healing the self, and you already are embracing your gifts in some sort of way that does help you and the people around you. Here you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is talking about the need for rest to finally just take a breather, okay? So if you have a Four of Swords energy you're bringing, it tells me, yeah, you're tired of someone's stuff or you're tired of some situation being the way that it is, and you're looking to bring a healing energy to it. You're not going to let whatever the situation is, and it might be just financial with this Eight of Pentacles. You saw where it was just taking from you and causing you more heartache than good. It might be that you're tired of not just a person or a way of doing things. It could be something like a job, something you do on the daily, whatever it is. I feel like it's something you deal with regularly, okay? You're tired of dealing with it the way it is and existing the way you are. So now you're looking to just offload whatever that issue is and take that bit of rest. You might be taking a bit of time off of work to get better if you're sick. If that is you, my apologies. I hope you do get better very soon. Be sure you're hydrating, getting plenty of rest. And if it is something where you're looking to offload a situation that's burdening you, and again, if it is work, if you're taking time off for vacation, don't feel bad, because there is a little bit of, I don't want to put this, imbalance in work life. And I feel like it's been there for a long time. Newer generations are just now seeing it and kind of addressing it. But I really feel like there is a little bit of imbalance in our work life situation. And if you do need to put a little bit of the work down in order to take care of life, that's fine, because you shouldn't feel guilty having to take time off from work. And if anyone's making you feel guilty, you really need to question why you're working for those people, because they obviously don't value you more than the dollar, okay? Let's go ahead and continue this reading. I feel like that was for someone specific. What is Spirit bringing to this reading for my dear Pisces? You have the Chariot. Yes. Spirit is telling you, go ahead and move forward. And this might mean leaving this job or leaving this person or whatever situation has you in this Three of Swords energy. Go ahead and leave it behind if you feel the need. If you're so inclined, if intuition is poking at you and prodding at you and you're constantly revisiting the idea of moving forward and moving ahead to change the way you do things and let go of this combat, then yeah, that's your intuition and it's not going to let you rest. And it says, yes, put it down. It's time to, and there's no need to feel bad, because your needs are your needs, okay? And if your gut, your heart, your mind, that little voice in the back of your head is telling you, this isn't helping us, we need to go, this is hurting us, we need to go, why do I do this? If you're constantly in that space, then you're cycling, you're in a loop. And the only way to step out of that loop is for you to take action, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. What do we have in the position of hopes and fears for my Pisces? You have the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is all about losing your taste for something, disappointment in something that you once loved. Now, while this individual has his 3 cups that have been spilled, he still has 2 that he could draw from in the background. In reverse, just tells me that you're kind of done with all of it. You're agitated by the idea that you've given so much, you've poured your heart in so much, and it really doesn't give back the dividends that you wish it would. And again, if this isn't a work situation, it could be a person who's in your bubble. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back, okay? It doesn't mean you have to cut them off unless they've done something that really makes you feel like that would be of better benefit. If you do still care about this person, I feel like you really do, or you do care about the situation, then it might be healthy to just take a step back and not put your mind on them, not reach out to them. Don't overgive of yourself. If it is your own health condition or your own situation, something that just matters to you, just take a deep breath, draw back, and I'm hearing take time, like take time out to sit with your thoughts, sit with your emotions and say, okay, I don't feel quite as good as I did at point A, B, and C. Why is that? And I feel like you already know the answer and it's going to probably jump out at you before you ever finish the question in your mind. I've done it. I know. And when it does, listen to that answer, because your first instinct is the right instinct. Do not second guess yourself, okay? That's why they call it instinct. It's popping out because you know it. That's how it is. That's how it's done. But address whatever that situation is in a way that does work for you. Take that 7 of Wands energy and stand your ground so you can give up the fight and finally get a little bit of rest. But what is the long-term outcome of this reading for my Pisces? Because there's a lot on this table. It looks like we've got some good chapter going here in August. We're doing some growth. The 10 of Cups. I love seeing this card here. Yes, yes, and yes. If you take the actions, stand your ground, take time when you need it, you're going to find that 10 of Cups is on the other side. And the 10 of Cups is all about having true joy, having true bliss, that which truly brings you happiness. It's the family here sitting looking above, and you have the 2 children playing in the background, you know, gleefully, innocently playing. They don't have a care in the world. They're not worried about people coming to be the energy vampire. They're not worrying about any illness or sickness. They're not worrying about any stress. They're not worrying about a crummy job. They're not worrying about having to take rest from that crummy job. They are live and vibrant and well. And the 2 parents that are looking to the sky at all of the cups, which are all of their blessings, are showing that they are truly grateful for all that they have. And I feel like you have that gratitude. So if you start counting your blessings and you start seeing what else you could get by following some of the same steps you've taken before and enacting new ones, you're going to get a full 10, okay? Because in the tarot, 8, 9, 10 is all about working toward a closure at the end of a cycle, which is a 10. Achieving the goal, going through what it is you want. And I feel like that is going to be you if you make these moves that we mentioned here today. So I do have another tarot deck I'm going to bring out just for clarification on this reading, my dear Pisces. And this one is, I think it's called the Tarot de la Nuit. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but let's go ahead and continue this. I want to see what blessings do you have for my Pisces in the month of August. They are reaching for some true growth. They are looking to make some changes and honor the self, okay? So what blessings do you have for my Pisces as we go forward? Go from the bottom. I'm not going to take that. You have the World. I'm hearing the world is your oyster. The World card is really all about forward movement, going through your day-to-day life in a way that is progressive, taking all that is available to you, all the gifts that you have, and all the gifts that are in your world, in your day-to-day, and applying them in a way that helps you. And if this means the availability to take time off, do it. Maybe you need maternity leave, do it. Maybe you need to stop and just have a little bit of quiet meditation, a little bit of thought with yourself to get your head on straight so you can take action. Do it. The World card says you are being blessed with the ability to have all these resources, to see them as they are and use them to your advantage. I feel like this almost could have been a 7 of Cups, so you could choose what you wanted to pull from. But the World card is a great card to have in your blessings because it really means if you want it, done. It's on offer. If you're looking for it, here it is. So just be sure that you're manifesting in a very positive way. Set those intentions because yes, the new moon is, finishing its cycle as I record this and may have by the time you see this, but it doesn't mean you can't still set intentions. The new moon is just when people typically do this because the power is at its strongest. It's the beginning of a moon cycle as we come into, going through to a full moon. The waxing, the waning, and the full, okay? You can set intuitions for change and anything you want to see anytime you like, Pisces. So feel free to go ahead and do that. And I do want to point out that we have, thank you, Spirit, we do have a North Node in Pisces and a South Node in Virgo. Virgo, consequently, is all about things that are healthy, the body, taking care of, it's in the house of health. It's really all about looking after yourself. And Pisces is the dreamer, the forward thinker who wants to see things happen. It's a very Neptunian energy. So that North Node means that what you're spiritually being pulled toward, whether you're thinking about it or not, your instinct is that Pisces energy. It is a forward thinking, dreaming kind of energy, okay? So look for symbolism in dreams as well because some of your answers may pop up there. But I just thought you would enjoy that. We have that North Node in Pisces going on all year long. Let's continue. What does Pisces maybe not see coming in the month of August? And this could be anything left field. This could be situations that you're revisiting. So let's see what energy we have here. What you don't see coming is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is about being down and out, having a feeling of lack, okay? Being on the outside looking in. In reverse, what you don't see coming is you're going to be let in. This feeling of lack, this feeling of... I don't want to say weakness, but lack of power. This feeling of helplessness in a situation, it's going to be passing from you. You're going to step in from the cold. You're going to find new worth in either a person that you're dealing with or a situation, maybe even a job. And you're going to be let in from the cold, okay? You're going to step up from that feeling of lack. If you take all this action, I feel like that change will be that much faster, but Spirit has your back either way. So don't feel bad if you can't, step up and do these things. It doesn't mean you suffer. Here it is tough for you. That's not the case. 5 of Pentacles in reverse in this position says you are going to be giving the blessing of maybe a boss comes to you and says, hey, were you looking for maternity leave? We can file the paperwork for that. Or, hey, you look kind of tired. Maybe you should take some time off. Or maybe this person who comes to suck your energy says, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was doing that. I'm so sorry. And some powerful impact is going to be here. But you need to honor yourself as the healer and embrace your gifts because those are still there, whether Spirit hands us a mulligan or not, okay? What advice do you have for my Pisces going forward in the month of August? What advice for my Pisces? you have the Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups reversed is talking about overgiving, okay? So the advice is to be wary of exactly where you're overgiving, okay? This might mean you're giving too much emotionally to someone who comes to you with all their problems when they really could deal with them themselves. You're telling more than you really want to when you would rather just kind of sit and be alone when you're in a space where you feel emotional. Or maybe there's a pouring out of emotion coming out of you because you're going through all this stuff. When our bodies are hurting, it's really hard to just sit there quietly and just suffer, okay? But I feel like there is going to be a sort of overgiving at this point. So just be sure that you're not overgiving of yourself, and I really don't feel like it's, you know, pouring out emotion as being a burden on anyone else, okay? So if that's you, just get that out of your head right now. I feel like this is more overgiving what's going on with you, oversharing of information. Maybe you're just giving too much at work. Maybe you're a listening ear for someone when you really don't, you're not in an emotional space to be their crutch. It's okay to put your foot down and say, look, I can't really talk about this right now. I'm glad that you came to me, but I'm dealing with some stuff. Can we talk about something else? And then just kind of don't make it a painful thing. Keep the conversation lighthearted, okay? But this reading has a lot of growth in it for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm loving this for you. I'm wishing you a lot of growth in the month of August and happy healing. Go ahead and embrace those and gifts for yourself just as you use them for others. My name's Echo. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.